Princess Witch just woke up from her sleep at the farm, at the ranch, and she went down to the breakfast table, and the farmer and the farmer wife and little Mary were already up and busy in the kitchen. They were cooking all kinds of good stuff: egg, bacon, toast, pancakes. They had fresh fruit. Everything was so lovely. The farmer said, "Why don't you go ahead and take a seat at the breakfast table? We'll get everything ready for you." And Princess Witch said, "Oh, are you sure you don't need any help? I'm happy to help." And the farmer and the farmer wife said, "No, you just enjoy breakfast." And so Princess Witch sat at the breakfast table with little Mary, and they talked until food was ready, and they ate up. And Princess Witch told the farm family, the ranch family, that she was going to have to get going. So she grabbed all her stuff, including her bow and arrow and her new jar that filled with fresh milk magically every day that was ice cold, and that would replenish every day. And she thanked them all, and she packed up her things, and she left the ranch, and she headed on the path on the plains. She was walking for a good while. She was following the map in her compass, and it led her to a forest. She said, "I've never been in this forest." It was a little darker and scarier than the forest that she had usually been in, and it was in the south area of the Witch Kingdom, way away from the other woods. She thought, this must be a new adventure. So she flew up on her broomstick just to take a look around, and the forest extended for miles and miles. She couldn't see the end of it. She thought she'd been doing so well walking and helping others along the way, she thought she'd keep walking. So she walked into the forest, and all of a sudden it got very dark and kind of spooky. But she was brave and courageous and kept moving forward. She walked and walked and walked some more. The path kind of dwindled down to nothing. There was a very small path that looked like very few people had walked. She tried to fly up again to get a better view, but when she got on her broomstick, she flew up and up, but she never got to the top of the trees. How strange, she thought. This forest is very magical. I guess I'm going to have to continue on foot or turn around. So she walked and walked and walked some more. It was getting darker, and the trail was getting smaller and smaller. She thought she would do an old trick. She would leave marks on the tree with magic that wouldn't be permanent. But in case she got turned around, she'd be able to find her way back on the trail where she was. So she walked and walked and walked some more. Wow, she thought, everything looks the same. So she kept walking. She kind of got bored. She sang some songs to herself and did little dances and hopped and skipped through the forest. But she never really seemed to get anywhere. Finally, she was coming up upon something ahead. It looked like there was a tree there that had some markings on it. She said, maybe this is where the trail goes. Then she came closer and closer, and it was the tree that she had marked for her trail. Oh no, she thought. She must have got turned around. She was getting really frustrated and upset. She sat down and thought about it. She even pulled out her magic map and compass, but they weren't seem like they were working anymore. She couldn't get the map to show her the trail, and she couldn't get the compass to point in the right direction. She was getting very upset. She was yelling and crying. She didn't know what to do. Then she remembered the magic potion that her mom had given her the Queen Witch, she thought maybe now's the time to get a hold of them and they can talk some sense into me. It's been 3 days since I left the witch castle. This is the longest I've ever been away from home. So, she pulled out the magic potion and she only used a little bit. All of a sudden, poof! A big cloud appeared before her, and in it was her mom and dad, the King and Queen Witch. And Princess Witch said, "Mom, Dad, I miss you guys." And the King and Queen Witch were there. King Witch said, "Oh, honey, look at you. You've got a new bow and arrow. Wow." And Queen Witch said, You look like you've been seeing some better days, honey. I think that you should take a rest. You work too hard." And Princess Witch said, "Well, that's why I'm getting a hold of you guys. I'm lost in the woods, and I'm getting turned around. I'm in the South Forest." And King Witch said, "Oh, yes, honey. That is a real magical forest. Many do not go in there. If your path leads you that way, so be it. I know you're brave and strong, and you can make it." And Queen Witch said, "Oh, yes, honey. That is a dark and scary woods, but just know that we're always here for you if you need us. And just remember that there's always help where you don't think there might be. The world is full of nice people." So, talking to her parents, Princess Witch felt a lot better, and she felt confident that she would get through these woods whole. So, she thanked them for their talk and said she'll make sure to call again. Well, she would magic cloud them again. And they said goodbye. "Bye, Princess. Bye, Princess. Bye, Mom and Dad." Princess Witch said, "I'm off on my way. I'll let you know when I'm on the other side." So, Princess Witch put away the magic potion. Feeling reinvigorated by her discussion with her parents, she set on her way, and she set more trails markers for her not to get turned around so easily. So she walked and walked and walked some more. It was getting darker again. All of a sudden she heard movement, but she didn't see anything. She was walking very slowly. She said, "I must be in one of the deeper parts of this woods that many have not come to." She heard a creaking noise again. Kaboom! 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 Whoa, she thought. She looked around, and far ahead, she saw what looked like a tree with a man's face. She ran up to it slowly. "Hello there, sir. I'm Princess Witch, and I'm on a mission. I need to get a key to help me become the most powerful witch in all the lands." "Oh, hello there. I am the forest spirit. I am a druid." And Princess Witch said, "Oh my goodness, I've never met anything like you. You're like a tree but a man at the same time." "Yes, I am an ancient magical beast. I help control the forest and protect the nature within. Are you here to hurt my fellow trees?" Princess Witch said, "No, I would never do that. I'm a good witch, and I have only temporarily marked the trees for a trail. It's a magic spell that will go away in a couple days. It will not cause permanent damage to the trees." "Oh, I did see your markings, and I thought that was weird. I sure hope that isn't painful to my friends." She said, "I don't think so. It's like a temporary tattoo that washes away." "Oh, I thought it was some type of dark magic." You are welcome to pass. I will lift the spells on this forest for you. You are a kind-hearted individual, I can tell. The forest druid all of a sudden lifted a spell on the forest, and it became bright and cheery. There were birds chirping when there was complete silence before. She could hear rustling. There were squirrels and all kinds of creatures running around now. She thought that was very strange. She was happy that she made sure not to damage any of the plant life or trees in frustration, because otherwise the forest druid would probably have been very angry. Yes, you are welcome in this forest, princess. Not many have ever seen the likes of me. If you ever need help, I am who you need to find. I bestow you a power. If you help, remember to keep nature safe and not pollute or damage any trees or plants or animal life. If you do that, and you make that promise, I will bestow a magical ability. And Princess Witch said, of course, I vow to protect all wildlife and nature in all my adventures. I will plant some trees and build my own forest, and you can take your family there sometime, Princess Witch said. The forest druid said, yes, that would be very nice. I bestow you a magical power. You can speak to my other trees and animals, and I have a little animal friend to be your guide. Princess Witch thought, wow, that's an awesome power. I would love to be able to speak to all animals. The only other animal that she ever really spoke to was Mr. Owl, and well, he was Grandpa Witch, so he was a magical owl. So the forest druid made a trilly, whistly, musical note that she had never heard. It was some kind of weird call, and all of a sudden, a little creature came running up to the forest druid. Oh my goodness, that thing is very cute, Princess Witch thought. And the forest druid said, yes, this is one of my older friends. His name is Atlas. He is a red panda. Hi there, I'm a red panda. My name's Atlas. How are you? And Princess Witch thought, I'm Princess Witch. I'm on a mission to get all the magic powers. Okay, I'm here to help you. I'll be your, for lack of a better word, pet. I can be your companion. We can go on all adventures together. As long as you keep me safe and warm, I'll cuddle you every night. And we'll make sure that we plant a forest one day for the forest druid. He made me promise. Princess Witch said, oh my goodness, this is so neat. She thanked the forest druid. She threw Atlas on her shoulder. The red panda was soft and snuggly and gave good, cute little licks. She popped a little berry in his mouth, and they strolled through the rest of the woods. She thanked the forest druid, and they went on their way. Goodbye, princess. Be safe. And remember to protect the wildlife and nature. So she sat through the forest, and little birds started chirping and flying down. Hi, we're little birds. We can help you point in the right way. Why don't we take a look at that map of yours? And Atlas said, yes, princess, let's look at the map. So Princess Witch got her map out, and it was working again. It showed the path through the forest, and the compass pointed in the right direction. So Atlas said, I can help you hold that compass if you want, and I will point us in the right direction. Why don't you just enjoy these woods? They're so beautiful. And now that the spell is lifted, you can really enjoy your time here." So she did. She walked with Atlas's help, and she walked through the forest, and she saw all these beautiful flowers, beautiful creatures and birds. She spoke with the birds. The birds gave her some berries, and she filled up her sack. It was an amazing adventure after all. They got to the end of the woods finally, and they set up to make camp. Just on the outside of the woods, they were in another grasslands, and they thought this was a far enough trip for one day. So they set up the camp. She made a little magical fire from trees that had fallen and already passed away. And her and Atlas enjoyed some berries, and she shared some milk from her magical jar she got from the farmer ranch. And they cuddled up in the tent and snuggled together and fell asleep and got good rest. The end.